I feel absolutely terrible today, so this feels like a good day to do this video, as it's somewhat related. But yeah, before I go into that, let's set the scene first. So, back in my 20s, I would write all the time. I would get up 6, 7 in the morning. I would get a bus into wherever I was working, or walk if it was in walking distance. I would find a cafe and I would write for a few hours before I started work. And then during work, I would be thinking about what I'd written. I would be writing notes on the back of receipts or whatever was to hand. During my lunch break, I'd write a bit more. At the end of the shift, I'd probably go back to the cafe for an hour or two before heading home, where I'd have my dinner, maybe write a little bit after dinner, and then kind of in the evening watch some films or go out with some friends or whatever. But it was relentless. Like every day, I was putting in 60 hours a week writing, it felt like. Probably wasn't that much because a lot of it was actually at work, but I was writing every single day for years and years, script writing, and that was in my 20s. And then come my 30s, I started doing gig photography. I'd go to 3 or 4 gigs a week, and I would photograph until late in the evening, come home, edit photos. I would do festivals, like day festivals, where there'd be 2 stages in a venue, go back and forth, make sure I got every single band. I wouldn't miss a single band. I never picked out favourites, like I'll watch this one, this one, this one. I photographed everyone. So I had a couple of pictures at least for each band that I could edit. I would get home from this festival after filling up a few memory cards, going through 3 or 4 batteries, and I would edit those photos and then just go about my day or my weekend like it was nothing. I just had this energy about me that allowed me to do that. And then my 40s hit, and I had a bunch of health issues during COVID sort of time. Not COVID, ironically enough, just everything else. And yeah, that energy has just been sucked from my body. Together with hitting 40, mixed in with like diabetes and thyroid issues, it's just, if I tried to do any of those things I'd done in my 20s or 30s, like I would need a week off after doing it for like a day, which is kind of what today's video is going to be about. Is I just want to chat a little bit about how to manage that, how to still be creative, how to still be able to go out and take photos and videos and write all as much as I can, and how I manage it now, how I approach things a lot differently to what I did when I was young and naive and full of energy. So yeah, I still don't feel great. I've been kind of indoors for a few days now, just feeling rubbish. So I want to get out. It's been raining, it's miserable, it's wet, muddy, but I'm gonna go down to Fox's Forest, have a very slow walk around. Very slow, this video is gonna be very laid back. Gonna have a slow walk around the forest, find some nice little spots to chat to you guys about how I approach things now, and maybe take some photos and some video on the way, and maybe see if I can find a coffee. I don't even know if there's a coffee shop around there anymore. It's been a while. So yeah, gonna do that now and just explain how I try and manage things now that I just can't rush around and have an endless battery. One of the things I have to think about a lot more now is being organised, being a lot more organised. I've always been someone who's planned a lot of stuff, but that's more been kind of planning what I'm going to write rather than say like planning my time. And yeah, the days of winging it are long gone. It's not to say it still can't be a little bit spontaneous from time to time. I still can't just head out somewhere and have a day out and kind of take photos and videos or whatever, but more often than not now, I kind of need to plan my time. I need to kind of say, right, I've got this set time, or on this day I'm going to do this, or we'll see what the weather's like, so this day's a backup day. Like, I know I can't just go day after day after day doing stuff. It's just not how my body works anymore. It's not how I work anymore. So yeah, I just need to be more organized with how I approach things. And I think that helps with mindset as well, knowing like, okay, today I'm going to make a video, today I'm going to write for 6 hours, today I want to take some photos, today I'm going to spend the whole day editing, today I'm going to work on admin stuff for the website or whatever. Like, that all helps. One thing I didn't plan was this constant drill in the background, so hopefully you can hear me, or some voice isolation software's worked on the editing or something. But yeah, I need to be much more organised nowadays. It's gone from there being no one in this woods to being absolutely packed. I just passed this little like encampment of people. Don't know what that was all about. Maybe some like meet and greet and tour of the Hillsy Line stuff. And I walked about another 100 meters and there was like about 50 guys in camouflage gear, some like army exercise, and then just hundreds of dog walkers. It's literally on my own like a minute ago. Now I feel like one of those army guys is just going to pop up behind me and photobomb this vlog. Does anything beat a nice woodland walk? I could do this every day. I wish this was just a tiny bit closer to my house. It's not far away, but far enough there'd be a proper walk just to get here to go for the walk. The sun's completely the wrong way to get some nice shots of the lake, so I might just have to intercut some shots rather than facing it like I was wanting to. But yeah, the next problem really nowadays for me is energy. I had a overactive thyroid that turned into an underactive thyroid, that turned into thyroiditis. This was all during COVID. Never got COVID, but had this big thyroid issue, and honestly never had the same energy level since. And I'm older now as well, I'm in my 40s. And yeah, I just don't have that energy I once had. It's not even close. And now it's really about managing that energy, which again kind of goes in with the organization. It's just giving myself slots of time when I know I've got the energy. It's taking these little breaks, stopping for a coffee, stopping for a sit down. Just knowing the limit that I have now is completely different. And yeah, having to manage that. The one I hate the most, but it's probably the best for me, is that I let myself have days off now, which is something I never used to do. I mean, I'll still try and write for an hour, but my days of like forcing myself to do work on a day where I'm really not feeling it, where I'm just, for whatever reason, be it exhaustion, mentally, whatever, in the past I'd force myself to do it. And I'd regret it. I wouldn't get anything done for the next few days afterwards, because that kind of forcing myself to do it that time just kind of had a bit of a butterfly effect, where now I just listen to myself a bit better. If I need a day off, I'll take a day off and I'll be much better for it. Like I said, I'll still try and sneak something in. Today's kind of an example of that. Like I should take the day off, but I'm taking it gently today. I'm taking it very easy. This has been a very nice little stroll, very unassuming. But yeah, in the past I'd be like, right, I'll crack this day, I'll get this done, and then I'll go home and write for 5 hours, and then I'll edit this video. Like, that is not happening now. I'll take tomorrow off after coming out today, and I'm all the better for that. And it's something that I would recommend to anyone when you kind of get to this stage where the energy is low and you're a bit older and you've had some health stuff and things feel a bit more difficult. Be kinder to yourself and give yourself a day off. Lastly, for me, one of the big changes I've had to make is I've had to accept the fact that I need sleep now. I used to hate sleep. I used to always think that sleep's just a waste of opportunity. I'm losing hours that I could be writing, and now I need it. I can't deny it anymore. I can't look down on it. I always kind of like it now, which is weird because I've spent my entire life hating sleep, hating the idea of sleep, hating having to sleep, hating just, yeah, the very notion of it just seems like a waste to me. But now without it, I just can't do anything. Ultimately, I want my best years to be ahead of me, and I think creatively they can be, as far as my kind of experience and knowledge and what I want to achieve, the kind of vision I have for my work. But in order to do that, I need to be train going by though. Just look at my end speech as well. Oh wait. Yeah, ultimately I need to be more precise now. I need to be more smarter with how I work, and yeah, that's kind of what this video is about, really, about the ways of doing that, of just preserving my energy and using my days off better and organizing myself better. And hey, now there's another train. I'm gonna have to do another take of this. We'll just move away from the tracks for the moment. That works as well. But no, really, the whole kind of point in this video is just that idea of, yeah, I'm not physically at my best anymore. I eat well, I go to the gym, I try and look after myself, but I'm 41 with health issues. It's not the same as being 20 with no health issues and unlimited energy. Go out at 4 in the morning and get up at 7 and be absolutely fine. Like, that is not happening. So I need to look after myself a lot better now. And yeah, this video is about recognizing that. Like I said, get some sleep, eat better, just take days off when I need them, have little bursts rather than just going all out all the time, organizing things better. Like, there's plenty of ways of doing it, and I hope that over the next 5-10 years of this channel, it will show that kind of looking after myself that a little bit better has paid off nicely.